Knowing how to set a goal is often the difference between a dreamer and a person that can consciously manifest their reality. However, not knowing how to achieve a set goal can lead to a lot of effort in the wrong places, and thus result in a lot of confusion and desperation. This is why knowing how to achieve a goal is such an important factor on the journey of you becoming your best you. Hi, I'm HC, and without further ado, here are the steps on how to achieve a goal. Step 1. Give yourself another chance. The most important truth to achieving your goals is to be aware that not because things did not work out on your first attempt, does it mean that you will forever be doomed to failure. It is important to accept that not only is failure unlikely, it is a necessary element to achieving your goals. And you can learn from your mistakes if you refuse to deny them. To give yourself another chance is to reapply yourself and find the message in your mess. Always remember, as chanted by platinum recording artist and film director 50 Cent, sunny days wouldn't feel special if it wasn't for rain, and joy wouldn't feel so good if it wasn't for pain. In order to achieve your goals, it is important to appreciate and learn from every step of your journey, from the good and the perceived bad. When we fail, it often feels like the end. However, it is just the beginning of a road that you are not yet familiar with. Change feels like the end because you are not yet used to the new sensation. Think of this in the hypothetical sense of a baby being born. The baby, who was in the womb for 9 months, was likely to be very comfortable where it was. The baby was likely used to being fed through the umbilical cord and having everything be nice and cozy and up to the mother ultimately. Then, all of a sudden, it's time to get out. And the baby cries and cries and cries. Consider that the baby cries because the baby is in shock. The baby thinks that it is the end. After all, nothing is the same, and it will never be able to go back to what was everything it knew. Although all those things are true, the baby then realizes that there is a new world, there is a different way, and there is another chance to be. All this to say, just because something does not go as you thought it should, that doesn't mean that your story is over. It is often just the beginning of something new. Open your eyes, just like the baby, and choose to continue to become. Step 2. Step out of your comfort zone. Avoid the temptation to make choices that are familiar but no longer serve you. Sometimes there are things, people, and situations that are still in our lives simply because we have not made the decision to let them go. We may think that eventually they'll just wither away. We may believe that if we are passive-aggressive enough and exude subtle hints about your intentions, they will get the point. And we may even think that it will come to a point where you will be confronted. And when that happens, then you will let go. However, it is important to accept that your world begins to change when you consciously make the choice to let go of what is holding you back and move forward. That decision-making process cannot be circumvented and will often appear in the form of tests to challenge if you are truly ready for the next step in your life. To step out of your comfort zone does not mean to carelessly and willingly destabilize your life. Rather, it implies that you have already acknowledged the things that are working against you, yet you are comfortable with, and you are deciding to spend less time with those elements and more time in search and exploration of new elements that could provide that sense of fulfillment that you need. Step outside of your comfort zone and become who you are. Step 3. Be patient. As said by Jamaican dancehall icon Mavado, every disappointment is for the right anointment. Things take time, and anything that is worth it will likely not be easily acquired. It is important to recognize that when things are given or easily acquired, it's difficult to recognize and appreciate the value of those said things. However, when we have worked hard, traveled far, undergone many trials and tribulations, and waited patiently, we are more likely to appreciate that said thing once achieved. Consider patience on your journey to achieving your goal as a character building exercise, because when you don't get it, it makes the getting become sweeter. You will have better stories to tell and would have learned so much more from experience. Be patient. Your story gets better. Step 4. Abandon fear. Think of fear as a blocker of movement, and consider that scared people are therefore easy to control. When someone is scared of the left, you can tell them, "Quick, move right," and they will not even realize that the person that is scaring them is often the same person or situation that is telling them where to go. Thus, the easier you are to scare, the easier you are to control. To abandon fear is to understand that there is a big difference between fear and danger. Danger is very real, but fear is just an illusion. Once you are conscious of the things put in place to scare you, control you, you'll be able to trust yourself by challenging them and continuing to strive forward toward your goal, regardless of what those things set in place are. Abandon fear and become who you were always meant to be. Step 5. Just do it. Just do it. Stop trying to make it perfect the first time. You can fix bad when something doesn't work out, but you can't fix a nothing that you didn't do. Overthinking about it and putting it off will likely only lead to stressful thoughts and further discomfort. On the journey to becoming and achieving a goal, every day is a gift, where you are presented with the opportunity to do different and to do better. The things you know today, you did not know yesterday, which is why, with your experience of today, despite your past mistakes, you can always make better decisions for tomorrow. So, don't demoralize yourself because you didn't get it right away. Success with your short-term goals will then lead to long-term goals and future success, because you are growing and changing as you pursue your highest self. Always remember, living is learning. Consider that we don't just come here and are born to just exist. Rather, you are put here today to continue to shed the outdated versions of yourselves as you fulfill your purpose. Give yourself a shot, because if you never go, you will never know. Just do it. So that's it, Howell family. Those are the 5 steps on how to achieve a goal and start moving forward today. Thank you for watching this video until the end. You are appreciated. Like and share this video and consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already. I'll see you here next time on Howell Consultations, the how-to being true to you.